sure the volume's turned down. Hey Jimmy, hey babe, what's up? Hey David. Lord, I'm gonna have to lower the camera. She's laid down on me. Hold on a second. I'll adjust this. There we go. Now y'all should be able to see her now. She's laying in my lap. Hey Angie Sue, hey. Yeah, she's laying right here, Jimmy. She's laying right here. Hey Virginia. I didn't know if I was going to go live tonight or not because today's been a crappy day weather-wise, but it's fine. What's that say right there? It's finally, I know Virginia's getting it right now, but it's finally away from here. It's finally quit raining. Hey Kentucky Leisure. Hey Jimmy. Hey Nancy. I appreciate all y'all coming in. That's what I say. I wasn't sure if I was gonna go live tonight, but I'm not staying live long though tonight. I got VR to play. I'm hooked on that mess, and it's not fishing, which I'll get into that here in just a little bit. Jimmy saying hey, Angie saying hey, Virginia saying hey. But I figured I'd go live though because I figured I had a little bit of stuff I could talk to you about, and then of course show you also. Okay, I got a message. I was reading a message from somebody right there. What did you retract, John? I saw it, but I didn't get to read it in time. But anyhow, I appreciate you coming in, John. He's saying good evening, Jeff and Tootsie, from a very rainy. Yeah, I know it. Y'all are getting the rain too. It's finally quit here. Jimmy's saying, I think we got like 3 inches of rain. I think we got, well, it varied around here, but it was 3 to 5. Some areas close to me got 5 inches. I mean, this place is underwater like crazy. And then down towards Charlotte and all that, they got tornadoes. I think there was one not far from Hickory. It's called Claremont. It's a little city just outside of Hickory. I think they got a tornado. It showed that on the news. And I think 2 people died from it. So that, that wasn't good news. Jimmy saying hey to John, Angie saying hey to Virginia, and Virginia saying hey to Angie. And of course it's just now 7:30, so I started a few minutes early. She's just laying here on my lap. I guess y'all can see her. Look, well, you think I see her. Raise my leg. There she is. Me and her's off sleep schedule. I've been staying up all night. Jimmy saying hey to Kentucky Leisure. But it's been a crazy day as far as weather was. I mean, it's definitely done some damage around these neck of the woods. I don't know of anything that's happened in my county, or especially the city. Never did lose power, nothing like that. And I don't think the wind really got here like it did everywhere else. I don't know why all that mess come right through us. But we definitely got the rain though. Definitely got the rain, and I think from what I've seen on YouTube, I haven't watched anything, but the notifications undoubtedly Gatlinburg got hit pretty good too as far as with rain. I thought it was mainly on our side, but I guess they got it over there too. John says, good thing it wasn't all snow. Well, I'd probably rather take the snow than the darn rain, which you'll find out here in just a little bit. Hey, Jimbo's Cruising. Hey, thanks for coming in. Says, hey, everyone, glad you're on tonight. We really enjoy this crew on your channel. Lots of fun. Stay dry. Yeah, I'm trying to stay dry. I thought I was going to have to get a boat out or a raft. Jimmy saying hello to Jimbo. Virginia says our electric keeps blinking. No, that's not good, Virginia. And prayers that y'all stay safe and uh, gets through y'all safe and sound as far as the storm. It makes it on by. I know it picked up steam, so it shouldn't last as long where you're at versus how it did here. Hey, Amanda. 321. Amanda, please. You're early tonight, Amanda. But I guess it's a good thing because I'm not planning on staying on real long. John says the wind started to pick up now. It's supposed to get up to 50 miles an hour. Yeah, I mean, we're still not out of the woods yet as far as the wind. The rain's pretty much gone now. I think it changes back to snow up in the mountains. Other than that, as far as where I'm at, it's just gonna start getting windy again, I guess. But I think the wind's not really supposed to be still that bad here. It's crazy. It's like it's jumping over us, and it's up in the mountains and then down towards Charlotte. That's who all's supposed to get the wind. Jimbo saying, hey, Jimmy. John says it's 47. Next week only supposed to be 15 for a high. Yeah, I saw on the news a little while ago where it's going to get a little chilly here, too. Amanda says, spray home defense for selfish. I see what she's seeing. She's seeing that. I actually did clean my kitchen area up. I mean, I don't know if I was showing that. Usually, that's the topic of the the night when I do the lives here is that phone. But that table was piled full of stuff behind me, and of course all this cabinet up in front of me, it's all cleaned off and everything. Jimmy saying hey to Amanda. Hey Dennis. Hey buddy. We made it. Yay. I appreciate you coming in. Amanda saying hey to Jimmy. Virginia saying hey to Dennis and Teresa. And Angie saying hey to Dennis and Teresa. But yeah, I'll wait a little bit longer, and then I'll ask y'all a question, and then depending on my answers, I'll do what I'm thinking about doing here in just a little bit. Hey Missy, hey Jeff, miss y'all. Hope everyone is safe through this crazy. I know it. I've had everybody checked on me today too. I've had quite a few texting me and checking on me and stuff, and I've told a few that I said, boys, I'm trying to finish the arc. I said I can't get the arc done if y'all keep texting me. Jimmy saying hey to Dennis. Amanda says thank you for calling tech support. How can I scam you? Hey, Amanda, that's one thing here in just a little bit. Dennis is saying hey to Angie. Virginia is saying hey to Missy. Dennis is saying hey to Jimmy. Amanda says, I was watching the ambulance up the road. Okay. Angie saying hey to Missy. Let's see. Greetings from Athens, Georgia. Denro, am I still saying that right? I'm trying to remember how I pronounced your name. Denro, is that right? And if you don't mind, I'll just shorten it to Den. How's that? I mean, if I can do that, then because I remember you from the other night. Okay, so I did pronounce it right. Well, hey, how about if I just call you Den? Is that all right? I mean, and tell me no, because I don't want to offend you. I don't want to offend anybody, but I can say Denro. Jimmy saying hey. Kentucky Leisure saying hey. Amanda says every time it rains and storms, an ambulance is close to my house. Why? Okay, he says it sounds good to him. All right, I appreciate that. It just makes it easier for me. Yeah, I know it. I'm hard to offend too. I mean, I've had people try, but I'm hard to offend. Missy's asking or saying hey to Virginia. Jimbo says anybody see my? Hey Jimbo, since you asked that, I don't think you was on my last live. And if you want to, if you get a chance, just go back and watch it. I kind of explained why some of the blue wrenches are gone in my last live. It's probably, I don't know, 15 minutes or so after it starts. So that way you don't have to watch the whole thing, 15, 20 minutes, give or take. Uh, but if you want to, that way you'll understand, because it's not just you. It's there's a few others that doesn't have it. But like I say though, as time goes on, and let enough time go by to make sure there ain't nothing crazy going to happen. So please don't be offended by it or whatever. It's just like I said, just watch my last live if you don't mind, because I explain everything in that live. Let's see. Hey, Blaine. Hey, buddy. Saying howdy, friends. Missy's giving love to Angie Sue, and Jimbo says, "Okay, I'll check that out. Thanks." Yeah, you're welcome, Jimbo. You'll understand. Like I said, it's nothing against you, or it's nothing really against anybody. It's, well, you'll see in that live. And it's only because of the live before over at Pigeon Forge on that Wednesday night when I had Scott and Amber with me. That's more or less what it's got to do with. Angie saying hey to Blaine. Missy saying hey to Jimmy. Virginia saying hey. Blaine saying hey. Amanda says, "Where's my wrench? I have to fix my toilet." Amanda. Lordy. Blaine saying, "Hey, Amanda's got the ambulance and fire trucks happening." I didn't really hear any, well, I've been on my VR, but I would still heard it. But I hadn't heard many sirens go off as far as here near me. Hey, Scott, Kicking It Country. What's up, y'all? I can almost do it just like him because I can hear him saying it. And I hate I missed your live last night, or Sunday night, Scott. I was on VR. Of course, you already know the story on that. Larry with 2 R's. Hey, Larry. Hey, buddy. I'm selling my blue wrench to the highest bidder. Jimbo says, I remember that live. Yeah, well, it's got to do with that, Jimbo. But like I say, though, my next live, when I'm back home, which is the last live, I sort of explain everything on it. Hey, Pam, hi. Hey, how you doing? She's saying hey to everybody. Angie saying hey. Jimmy saying hey. Virginia's saying hey. Amanda says, I like your dining room and chandelier. I appreciate that, Amanda. I've had, the dining room was my grandmother's mother's dining room. That's how old that is. So it's back in the 40s, I'm guessing, maybe 50s, but I would think 40s. And it could be even before that. Because like I say though, she was born in the 20s. So I mean, yeah, that thing could have been, yeah. I never did ask the date on it. And I don't know if I can find the date to know exactly how old that furniture is. But I know it's old. Well, y'all chatting now. Everybody's saying hey to everybody. But I appreciate that though, Amanda. Blaine says, Larry, I have one, but I'll give you $5. Dennis says, did the neighbor's surgery go? And that's why I'm here at home too, because right quick, since Dennis was asking that question, yeah, my neighbor had knee surgery, just like what Dennis has had done twice now. But this is his first go around as far as my neighbor across the street. And he doesn't come home till tomorrow. So that's sort of the other reason why I'm here at home. She's over here by herself. And I've been helping out. And matter of fact, I'll have to go get her trash here, after this live. But yeah, his surgery went fine, Dennis. He's, I hadn't talked to her today yet. But last night though, she said he was good to go and he wasn't hurting or anything like that, as far as at the moment. Now it might be a different story, and I'll find out here in a little while when I go over there. Virginia saying hey to Larry. Pam saying hey. Larry says sold to Blaine. Blaine saying hey Scott. Uh, Leslie saying hey. Hey Leslie. Hey, you slipped in on me, Leslie. Larry saying hey. Jimmy saying hey. Virginia saying hey. Jimmy saying hey. Leslie saying hey. John says, has anybody got a Valentine's cup from Buc-ee's? And hey Brooke, hey, I just saw you a little while ago. As far as on VR. And she shot me too. She killed me like 2 or 3 times. We were in a shoot 'em up game. Pam saying hey. Amanda says in the Hoover days. yeah, probably even before that, Amanda. Probably even before that. Larry saying hey. Virginia saying hey. Missy saying hey. Long time no see to Blaine. Brooke says hey Tootsie. Brooke saying hey to you. Yeah, Brooke saying hey to you. Leslie says hey to Virginia. Blaine saying hey to Missy. Jimmy saying hey to Brooke. Dennis is saying good deal. Virginia saying hey to Missy. Hey Fred and Connie. Hello Jeff and Tootsie at Buc-ee's Land. Yeah, just a shirt. Just a shirt. We're nowhere even close to Buc-ee's. On that note though, whoever it was that was telling me that Buc-ee's wasn't coming to North Carolina must have got fed some bad info, because it just was on the news today. John Esper even sent me a thing saying that we was going to get it, but then right after that it told it on the news. So looks like we're going to get a Buc-ee's in North Carolina. Let's see, Angie saying hey, Leslie saying hey, Scott saying hey, Virginia saying hey, Brooke says, laugh out loud, I sure did. No friends in shooting games. That's right. You're right. The friendship goes away when you're out there, in combat. As far as on the game. Scott saying hey, Jimmy saying hey, Scott saying hey, Missy saying hey to Tootsie. And Scott's saying hey. Everybody's saying hey right now. Fred's hit everybody up saying hey. And I appreciate all y'all coming in. So I guess while I got y'all in here, because like I say, I'm not planning on, I might try to end the live around 8:30. Like I said, I need to go get her trash, my neighbor's trash, on account of where her husband's had that knee surgery. So I'll probably stay on to about 8:30, something like that. And plus, I want to get back on VR. I'm telling you, I hadn't fished in a week. So the VR, it's not got to do with the fishing. Not anymore. Let me get caught back up here right quick, and then I'll tell you what I was going to tell you. Everybody say, Scott says, yeah, but there's going to put that Buc-ee's around Raleigh. Right. Hey, Candace Hill, hey. Thanks for coming in. Angie saying hey, Blaine saying hey, Brooke says they're building a Buc-ee's in Colorado. Really? Oh yeah, that's the first you told me that, Brooke. So that's cool. At least you'll get you a Buc-ee's out there near you. Jimmy saying hey, Candace says love seeing the video in your home. Hey, I appreciate that, Candace. You're gonna probably get to see a little bit more in just a few minutes. Just hold on a second. Scott saying hey, Angie saying hey, Brooke says that's so nice of you, Jeff. You're welcome, Brooke. You're very welcome. Scott saying hey to Brooke, and to Candace, and Candace saying hey, Virginia saying hey, John saying the gas shot up, looks like 40 cents from $2.49 to $2.89. And then Candace is saying hey, Brooke says I just found out. Okay, so you just found out too. Well, that makes sense, because what John Esper had sent me in a message, he got on Buc-ee's website, and undoubtedly it's telling all the new locations that are getting ready to happen, undoubtedly. So that makes sense to me how you found out too. Or, how it's been just recent for you also is what I mean. Missy's saying hey to Scott. Fred saying hey. Dennis says hey, the midget wrestling is on Discovery Channel at 10 p.m. tonight from Pigeon Forge. I wonder if I'll have to see if I can get Discovery Channel through the back doorway. And I know I'm going to get a comment for saying that one word or 2 words. But I might have to try to get on the internet and see if I can get Discovery Channel through a back way. Blaine says, I bet the Buc-ee's in Colorado is high on people's list. Blaine. Brooke says, hey to Scott. Candace is saying, hey to Fred, good seeing you too, Missy. That's what Candace is saying. And then Scott says, it's good seeing you here, Missy. Larry 2 hours says, yes, Dennis, I set my DVR for it. And Fred's saying, hey to Dennis and Leslie and Larry. Candace says, I was about to say, where's Larry when you need him? And Scott says, did Jeff just say he was discovering his back door? No, I'm gonna try to find the Discovery Channel in a backdoor way to be able to watch that midget wrestling. But I'll be honest with you, I'll probably be on VR. I'll probably be on VR, not watching the Discovery Channel. Just saying. Let's see, where's that? Larry's saying hey to Fred. Missy's talking to Fred. Larry's laughing out loud at Candace. He's saying he's here. Dennis says, I've got mine set too, Larry. And Missy says, Scott, behave. Well, where's Blaine at too? I figured Blaine would be chiming in, but he might be trying to. He might have turned over a new leaf for the new year there and trying to sort of, tone it down a little bit. Which, if that's what you're doing, Blaine, that's fine, but we're going to miss it. Jimbo says, hey, Jeff, still liking the Lexus? Oh, yeah. I had to drive it Saturday because I had to babysit my cousin's kids, or all my cousin's kids, actually. So I went and picked them up in it, but I didn't have to drive far. But that's the only time I've been in it. I just hadn't, matter of fact, I hadn't been anywhere today. Well, I did. I had to go to Walmart and get batteries for my controllers on the VR. But that's it. Dennis says, hey to friend Connie. And Blaine says, I'm a good boy. Jimmy says, saying hey to Blaine. Missy's saying hey to Candace. And Blaine saying hey to Jimmy. And Candace says, are those little t-shirts for Tootsie? Yeah. This was her, why you mentioned that. This, of course, y'all saw this one, or some of y'all probably remembered it. That's not it. That's the shirt. That's the one that she was in when I was with Leslie and Larry and their family, the Harvey Five family. That's the one she was in that night we done the Christmas light walk. And that came from Buc-ee's. There's Buc-ee's in the camper, which that camper kind of looks like mine. And then here's the one y'all hadn't seen. This will be the one that she'll wear till right before summer. So me and her's gonna be matching. We're gonna be matching because that's just like the red shirt that I've got. So we're gonna be twins. I've just left my bed because this is her chair. This is the chair she sits in while I'm gone. All right, let me get back. Virginia says, "Are you talking about Blaine, Jeff? You are kidding." Virginia. So we've ruined Virginia. Virginia's trying to get it cranked up now. Candace says, all little hoodies. Yeah, that one's a little hoodie. The other one's just like a t-shirt type thing. It's not real thick, so I know she'll be able to at least wear it till it finally gets to about 80 or so to where it won't, bother. Scott says, I know they're normal little people, but midgets scare the shit out of me. So no watching midget anything from me. I didn't know that, Scott. I didn't know you had that, what's the word? Starts with an F. Not fear, but it's, I can't think of the word right now. Blaine says that. Thank you, Blaine. And Candace says Twinsies. And Candace says Scott. They kind of give me the ICK. What's the ICK stand for? I can't. I'm trying to figure, yeah, phobia. There you go, phobia. And I said F. I don't know why I said, I told you. Hey, at least we're having a little bit of a fiasco because we hadn't had one this year yet. Raleigh, Larry. That's where the Bucky's is going to. It's not going where it was originally planned. It's undoubtedly going closer to Raleigh. David says Jeff. Scott says, Blaine, can we get us a couple of matching shirts for the cruise? Okay, twins. Brooke says twins. And then David says, if Tootsie wears the same shirt as yours, I could not tell you apart. Okay, as in yuck. Got you, Candace. I was trying to figure that out. Jimbo says Costco and Sam's Club have really good prices on batteries. We buy lots of batteries because we have grandkids with VRs. Hey, and I've learned it now. Especially in that one game that I've been playing that me and Brooke actually just got done playing. It will eat the controller batteries up. It's crazy. Missy's saying hey to Brooke. Blaine says, sure, Scott, are you thing 1 or thing 2? Hey, Ed. Hello, Jeff and Tootsie and everyone in chat. Missy says phobia. Scott, same here. And Brooke says phobia. And Candace is saying, hey. Scott says, see, Candace knows what I'm talking about. Ed saying, hey to Candace. Brooke's saying, like, okay, ICK's like icky. And Jimbo's saying, hey to Ed. Candace is saying, uh-huh. And Jimmy saying, hello to Eddie, or Ed. Ed saying, hey to Jimbo. Blaine's saying, get recharging batteries. Yeah, I've thought about that, Blaine, and I might end up just getting some, but I just bought quite a few of them just a little while ago earlier. So I'll get through them, or get close to them, or get on the last 2, I guess. And then I might do like you're saying, go get rechargeable batteries to where I can, recharge them as they need be. Candace says, you want to know who's the worst, Scott? The one who rode the scooter on the Dr. Drew's drug show. I missed that episode, Candace, but Scott will probably know what you're talking about. Virginia saying hey to Ed. Ed saying hey to everybody. Scott says, Blaine, Amber's thing is always going number 2. Blaine's going Scott. Yeah, Lordy. Alright, so I'm caught up on the chat. Anyhow, a lot of y'all know that we had a lot of rain. Ed saying hey to Missy. Let me get Tootsie up here. Alright, question is, well, first of all, if I go show this, don't make fun of me. Don't make fun of my home. Try not to say anything bad. If something was said bad, so be it. But my home's nothing special, nothing fancy. Y'all can see, look around. Old school stuff. Tootsie's got the fanciest chair in the whole house. But I'll show y'all what happened in the dungeon as far as today, if you want to see it. Now, of course, it has been worse. But if y'all want me to show you the dungeon, and then the other thing, I don't know if I've ever told y'all, this place has got a bomb shelter in it. It's not a completely built bomb shelter, but I do have a bomb shelter in the basement. I mean, this house was built in 35, so it was back when war was happening, and I can't never say WAR clearly. So y'all let me know if you want to see what I'm wanting to show you or what I was going to show you. True that, Candace, is what Scott's saying. Candace says, I want to see the house. Well, I ain't going to show the whole house. I'm just going to show you what happens in the basement when you get a crap load of rain. Candace going happy dance. Fred says hey to Ed. Long time no see. Missy's saying hey. And yeah, hey Ed, how you been doing anyway? That reminds me, because I've been asking if anybody had seen you lately, because I knew you hadn't been on in a good while. Ed saying hey. Scott says, "Oh no, Jeff's showing his back door. Jeff, this is for fans only on the VR." And then Missy says, "I'm scared, Jeff." Fred says, "Show me, show me." Virginia says, "The weather calms down. Tomorrow's our big day." I know it. I know it. Y'all got an anniversary happening tomorrow, so I hope y'all are able to be able to go out, Virginia. Jimbo saying yes. Blaine says, "Let's see it." Dennis says, "Now was that your parents' house?" No, no. I bought this house, me, myself, and I, and paid for it. Me, myself, and I. Ed says, "We are Missy." Virginia saying, "Show it." John saying, "Yes." All right, Toots. We're gonna go for a. You can stay here in your chair if you want to, and I'm gonna try to just keep up with y'all while we're on here. You want to sit in your chair? All right. All right. So I'm gonna take y'all for a little tour. Let me flip the camera around here right quick. Anyhow, y'all seen the dining room. Here's the dining room. All three of you's what Fred's saying. So there's the dining room furniture, Candace. Larry says the dungeon is where Jeff discovered his back door. Missy says, "Sweet regard the bomb shelter." And Virginia saying, "Nice." All right. So anyhow, all right. This is where the basement door is. I guess I could cut on some lights here. Here's one of Tootsie's squeakies. All right. Do not laugh or. I know, but anyhow, I'm telling you, it's nothing pretty. I'm just going to give you a heads up. This is nothing pretty. I mean, look, I've even got the old skeleton, and I still got the keys to where these still work. Skeleton door locks. Now, some of y'all might not even know what the heck I'm talking about that's in here. So anyhow, here it is. And like I said, it's nothing pretty. But yes, there is water in the basement. We'll walk down here right quick. Tootsie won't come down here. Tootsie won't come down here. Anyhow, but see, I got the dehumidifier going. And like I said, it's a basement. It's dirt walls. The old boy that owned this house dug this basement out himself. He dug this basement out himself. So here, let me find the switch. Hold on a second. I'm trying, because this is part of the bomb shelter that you're looking at right now. But there's where'd I put that darn switch to go? It's over there. And I got to walk through this water right here. Really don't want to, but that's all right. This is the bomb shelter. Flip this. I'm getting the other light on. And it's underwater. It's underwater. But like I said, this has happened before. But the old boy, I guess back in the war days, he thought they was coming here, so he decided to start building a bomb shelter. Anyhow, but all that'll get cleaned up. Like I said, it's happened before. So at least y'all know that no, there's no ghost here, Brooke. So at least y'all know that I don't live in nothing, no fancy smancy. There's Tootsie. I told you she won't come down here. She won't come down here. I'm wiping my feet off. But I got the dehumidifier going, and all that water will get gone because there is a sump pump that's down there. And then, of course, y'all have already seen the video to the bathroom. There's the bathroom. Which I didn't show you, though. I got a different light put in here. I put a bigger light in so that it would show up better and stuff. Anyhow, we'll head back to the kitchen. Come on, Toots. Oh, yeah. There's one of my Christmas presents. My brother got me that. That's the Blackstone for this year's camping trip, I guess. I hadn't even opened it up yet. It's gas too. It's not electric. It's a gas powered or gas. Runs off gas. There's Tootsie. Come on. We'll get back in here. Flip it back around. All right, come on. Hop up here. See what all the comments were. Come on. Come on, get up here. Let's see. Missy's saying, "Awesome, Dad." Candace says, "Wow, man, who can decorate a dining room table?" And Missy says, "Field trip." Fred says, "Ain't it purty?" It ain't purty. Candace says, "Oh, geez, and you had us thinking it was a river down there." Well, the bomb shelter was full of water. Ed says, "Everyone get your swimming suits on. We're going swimming." That's right. Brooke says, no, there wasn't no ghost. There's no ghost there, Brooke. I promise. Virginia says, "Looks better than mine. Hubby dug part of ours out. Our house was built in 17. Holy moly, you gotta hold our house to me, Brooke. Come on, Tootsie, get up here. Everybody wants to see you, not me. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. I know I'm in your seat. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. All right, get up here where they can see you. Hold on, it jumped on me. Scott said, "Jeff, I'll give you $50 for that door and skeleton lock. Those are worth a lot to antique." I know it, Scott. That's why I hadn't changed nothing here. Ed says, "Has anyone saw my sailboat?" And Fred says, "They don't want to get their sheets wet, Brooke." Missy says, "So cool. Not the water, though." Kenny says, "I got a Blackstone too from the kids." And Scott says, "Did that hose ever hey limp, you know, like you were hoping it?" Wait a minute. I'm trying to figure out what you're asking there, Scott. Missy says, I don't know nothing, but do you have a sump?" Yeah, I got a sump pump, Missy. It's finally quit running. Okay, and then she says, "Okay, you answered me." Candace says, "Virginia, do you want to take us on a road trip too?" Hey, Pam. Hey, it's PB, Pam. Howdy, Jeff and Chat. Fred saying hey. Everybody saying hey to Pam, PB Pam. And then she's saying hey back. So anyhow, so that was the one thing I was going to show you, just because every time we get the rains that we get, and it's been worse than that from what y'all saw tonight. It's that hole down there where I'd come off the steps, all that's been underwater. But the way he designed it, though, it all channels all the way over to the sump pump. It just takes a little while to get over there. So, I mean, like I said, that's been like that even before I bought the house. And, I mean, old boy must have knew what he was doing. It'd have been cool, though, if he'd have got to finish the bomb shelter. I'd like to see what that thing really supposed to look like as far as an actual bomb shelter. But, hey, if I ever get a tornado here or something crazy, that's where I'll go. That's where I'll go. Won't faze me a bit. I will go. Everybody's saying hey to everybody. Get lamp. You said that shower. Yeah. It works fine. The shower rod. It was stiff when I first bought it, Scott, because of my previous shows, or in that video too, that I did when I redone all that. Yeah, the hose got limp. The hose went limp, Scott. I know what you're talking about now. Jimmy saying hey. Jimbo says, "Doesn't look too bad. Seen much worse. Hate that happens to your basement." Yeah, I mean, I've been here over 20 years, Jimbo. It hadn't been the same ever since. Candace says, "Some crazy ass tornadoes hit Florida." Yeah, I saw where was it Fort Lauderdale or not Fort? I saw where one of the places that got hit real bad by the hurricane 5 years ago just got hit again today. I mean, they rebuilt. Now they're going to have to rebuild again. I did see that on the news. Can't remember what town that was in Florida, though. I thought it was Fort Lauderdale. I can't remember. And then PB saying that she heard that too. Virginia says, "We had a cat who loved water and would hold the ball on the sump pump down so he could play in the water." Hey, Virginia, I believe it. That cat that my mom had years and years ago, it played in water. It took showers. It played fetch. Hell, it wasn't a cat. But I swear right now, it played fetch, it played in the water, it took showers. No lie. No, I just don't have any video proof on it. That was back before YouTube days. Was it Petersburg? It might have been Petersburg. I can't remember. They told the town. I can't remember, but it's like I said, I was in Florida. Hey, Diane. Hey, thanks for coming in. PB saying, hey. Fred saying, hey. Scott says, Jeff, when shit hits the fan, we all know you have a bomb shelter. How many of us can you pack in there? Well, you saw the size of it. I can probably get about 20 of us in it. Everybody's saying, hey. Oh, another thing I was going to show you right quick. Let me lay this down here. You stay in the seat. I'm not going nowhere. I got this before Christmas, and I bought this myself. Let me turn the camera back around, because what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to, I'll just stick it, because I only have to use this remote just to do this. But I don't know how many of y'all have seen and I hope that's not blinding y'all, but that's the socket fan that they advertised on TV. This is what I had. That's what I had up there. You know, as far as, and no, I don't do Red Man. That's where I put my change. That's a good change holder. But that's what I did have up above me. That's why it probably looks a little brighter on this live. But I went and bought the socket fan, and I love that thing. I mean, it's turned out good. See how you don't have to use the remote but the one time though. What you do is, like, that'll be, that's on low, so that's medium. So then I've got it back set the way I had it. So then all I got to do is, see, and then it cuts it off. And then all I do is flip that same switch, cuts the light on, and in about 3 seconds, the fan comes back on and it holds its memory. It holds its memory. So I love that little fan. That was a good investment. That thing was $50, but hey, I can see in here now a lot better. It lights this place up. So flip the camera back around here. That's where I moved all my office stuff onto that table, where I cleaned up the one behind me. Everybody's saying hey right now. Okay, Fred says Panama City Beach got hit. And then Missy's talking to Fred and Connie. So right now I'm caught up with the chat. Get up here, Toots. I know you're give out. Uh-oh. And that phone dropped. I'll get it. Oh, and I I hadn't talked to him today, but Gary with 2 R's, I still keep him in your prayers where he had that surgery. I was telling y'all about. As a matter of fact, a lot of y'all might not even know because I was telling on somebody else's live. But reason Gary with 2 R's wasn't on last Tuesday, he had a gallbladder attack, had gallstones, and so he's had to have gallstones removed and his gallbladder removed. And that happened last week. He's fine. He's back at home, but I hadn't talked to him today, so I didn't know if he'd be in tonight or not. And so he's probably still recovering from that. And I hope Denise's dad's doing all right too. I hadn't heard any more on her dad, so I hope he's doing okay and stuff. And if they have went back to Indiana, I hope they made it back up there all right also. And they might pop in here in a little bit. But I mean, like I said, I'm not really planning on staying on live long anyway. Everybody's saying hey right now. Missy says, Sweet Jeff, I saw the commercial for that. Yeah, I figured some of y'all probably would know what I was talking about, but yeah, that's what it's called, is the socket fan. PB Pam says, yes, I was there a few years ago. I wish I could afford to live there. And Candace says, does that phone on the wall work? It used to, Candace, but I don't have a home phone anymore. So none of the phones in here are hooked up anymore. I kept that as far as like art decor type deal. But yeah, it did work, and it would still work if I get a landline. But I use cell phone, so that's all I need. Gary with 2 R's. That's who had the gallbladder surgery. Pam, PB Pam. And Virginia says, they took mine out at 8 a.m. and discharged me at noon. Don't want to do that again. Well, you shouldn't have to do it again, Virginia. Unless you're just talking about gallstones. But if they snatched your gallbladder, yeah, that's a one and done. At least I think I'm telling that right. David says, I used to talk to my girlfriend on a wall phone like that 52 years ago. Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, that's the the rotary kind. That's what I grew up with. Then it went to the touch tone. Not long after I was old enough to remember. Candace says, I love seeing it on the wall. Made me smile. Yeah. Diane says, same here, Virginia, and I went dancing that night. And Missy's saying, Gary with 2 R's. And then Virginia says, I meant any surgery. Okay. Yeah. I don't want to, I've had the back surgery, and that's, knock on wood, that's the only one surgery as far as I've had. And I don't care to go through surgery again. Fred says, mine was taken out in the morning and was discharged the next day. Scott says, yes, Candace, but you have to say Sarah. And hey, Stacy. Hey, thanks for coming in. How's Tootsie doing? Can't wait till Rod Run. Yeah, I know it. We got Rod Run coming up. Still got a couple months, but it'll probably be here before we know it. David says, my home phone when I were the kid was just 43. PB Pam says, I have a real old phone, the one you turn to ring. Okay. Yeah, rotary phones and party line. You're right, Jimbo, because my grandparents had the party line. My grandfather's mama lived across the road, and whenever she'd be on the phone, you could be at their house and hear the conversation. It's crazy. Missy says, who else did you say besides Gary had health issues? Dry Creek, Beard Care, Denise's dad, he wasn't doing good here a week ago or so. And then, of course, Jeff was live, not me, Vacation Station TV's Jeff. He was live Friday. And I asked her again that night in his show, and she said that he was better, but then got back worse. And then that's the last I've heard, and that was Friday, this past Friday. So I hadn't heard anything since then. David says, number 43, you just dialed 2. Oh, okay, got you, David. Nah, that's before my time. That's before my time. So I was trying to figure out what you was saying there. Virginia says, I have a phone like that on the kitchen wall and one in the garage, but they are unhooked. And Candace says, speaking of, has anyone seen Ren? I haven't seen any videos from her in a long while either. And Leslie says, I spoke to her several times on TikTok, Candace. She posts on there a lot. So Ren's all right. She's just not doing the YouTube as much. And then Candace is thanking Leslie. Fred says, we had a referral to one of our videos recently from Ren. And hey Amber, kicking it queen. That's Scott's wife, Amber. Hello, my beautiful buddy Tootsie, and hey to you, Jeff, as well. And Missy says, sorry, I'm just trying to pay it forward. I appreciate everyone's prayers more than y'all even know. And I can understand that, Missy, and I'm glad you're doing a lot better too. Fred saying hey to Amber. Diane saying hey. Virginia saying hey. Scott says, I haven't seen Cindy in a while. Cindy's all right as far as I know, Scott. She just must not be getting on YouTube much as far as on live shows. Because I just got a message from her last night while I was sleeping, or well, this morning. If you're talking about Cindy Lou Who. So I know I guess she's doing all right. She hadn't said otherwise. She sends me stuff on Facebook Messenger. So I figured, she's doing all right. She just, I guess, probably just not getting on YouTube like she used to chat wise. And then Fred's asking Missy a question right now. And then I got my mail today too. And here's the other thing. While I got some of y'all in here before I hop off here, here's another topic to discuss. Either amongst yourself or with other people, or whatever. But I get this in the mail. Of course, I blocked out some of y'all know my name, but I blocked out because it had my address and stuff. Anyhow, it's a darn check. It's a real check for over $1,500. Sign it on the back, whatever. Go. I mean, right there. That right there is, I guess, how people get money stolen from them, their ID stolen from stuff like that. Why would you send a check that can go to the bank and just, and somebody pretend it's you, and if they have enough information, I'm going to burn that, don't get me wrong, and this ain't the first time this has happened, but it's been a good while. But that ought to be against the law, because it's a company that loans money, that and I'll call them out. I don't care because they're local. It's a local, Allied. I don't know. I've never even done business with them people, but they send me this mess ever so often, and that right there ought to be against the law as far as where you can send I know it's not a real check, but it is. If I was to sign it, I'm agreeing that I'll pay so much a month to pay that $1,500 and change back to them. That ought to be against the law on sending stuff like that. If you want to send something, hey, you're approved for a loan, which I get that too, that's one thing. But sending a check that I can actually go to the bank and get that money in my hand, why? Anyhow, like I say, I'll let y'all discuss that amongst yourselves. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just venting a little bit. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do it, Virginia. Don't worry about that. Missy says, okay, thanks, Jeff. I'm behind on what all's happening. Yeah, I know it, Missy. I know it because you've had stuff going on. So I understand, Missy. Scott says, I like Amber to show up at the end and leave us with a smell. Scott, you be nice to your wife. Virginia says, don't do it. And then Missy's saying, hey, Scott says, looks like I'm going to have 10 days of downtime. Got COVID for the 7th. Holy moly, bless your heart. Well, prayers for you, Amber, that you get over that COVID mess. And then she says, I'm planning on stealing the boys' Oculus, so I need some game suggestion and also taking bids for a fishing day. Well, you're gonna, hey, Brooke's a good teacher. I don't know if Brooke's still in here, but Brooke's a good teacher. She can help you. I can help you too, but we'll just have to, she'd be a lot better at it than me. Yeah, no, well, it's not really a scam, PB Pam. It's not a scam. It's legit. What it is, they're just wanting me to pay 33% of interest, hoping that I'm going to pay monthly payments and all that mess. But that's the thing, though. I've never done business with this crowd. Why do they think that I need a loan or whatever? That's what irks me, and why send me something like that? If they think that I want a loan or whatever, then just send me a letter saying I'm approved and can do this. Don't send me a check that I can just sign and be able to, just eat me in interest charges for 30, hold on a minute, I can tell you right quick, 32 months. 32 months at 33% interest. It's crazy. That's how people go broke, because they don't know no better. Diane says, "Oh no, Amber again." Scott says, "I get the same." Stacy says, "I get the same stuff." Scott says, "I call where the government was giving out stimulus checks to the elderly." And PB says, "Oh no, Amber, so sorry. I'm absolutely addicted to real fishing VR. Can't put it down." Hey, PB Pam, yeah. Hey, I hadn't. You might not have heard me earlier, but I hadn't fished in like a week. PB Pam, I've been on these shoot 'em up games, and where you can go into these bars and a bunch of other stuff. It's called Horizon Worlds. If if you don't have that, PB, get the app. It's free. Get the app called Horizon Worlds. There's all kinds of stuff in there, and it's fun. I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff. And of course, you're still talking to people. It's crazy. But like I said, I'm addicted to the where you go in there and just shoot each other for fun. Uh, and I saw where they've got a paintball. You know, where you can do paintball too. Uh, I hadn't played it yet though. Amber says, "Hello everyone, sorry I'm late, but a bad word, Amber. We don't say late in here. Nobody's ever late." But I had to cook dinner and do dishes, all while Scott is holding up the kitchen counter watching this live. You be nice too, Amber. Jimbo says, "There are a lot of loan companies around that do that." I agree with you. I used to get those from time to time. Fred says, "Oh my goodness, hope you get over it quick, Amber." And Virginia says, "I haven't had a mortgage for years, but keep getting notices like that they bank telling me insurance has expired. They must think people are still." Yeah, I know it. Yeah, I get even my own bank is trying to sell me like protection stuff. I'm like, why? Why? Anyway, uh, PB says, "I think I found Brooke after looking for games instead of people. I'm such a..." Hey, it's all right, PB. Hey, I'm still learning this mess too. So don't feel bad, Pam. Scott says, "Y'all should see Amber reeling in a fish on the VR. I thought she was..." I'll stop there. Scott! Fred said, "Scott!" Jimbo says, "They know that some people will be tempted to do it." That's right, Jimbo. You're right. And that's the ones I feel for. I mean, it's crazy. That's why I say it should be illegal. They shouldn't be able to send stuff like that. Uh, PB says, "I love paintball. Reminds me of Splatoon, my second most favorite game." Missy's talking to Fred a lot better. Okay. Virginia's going, "Scott," and Scott says, "Last time Amber told me she was late, I was speechless." Scott, good Lord, dang, y'all passed the time by quick. I can't believe it's already 8:30. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I'm having fun, but I do have, like I said, I got to help my neighbor out over here where her husband's had knee surgery, and he doesn't come home till tomorrow. And I got her trash yesterday, and then I'm getting it again tonight for her, and then whatever else she needs me to do to help out. And then plus I'm going to get back on the VR. So, on that note, I mean, I'm still going to do YouTube, don't get me wrong. I don't know if I'll be live next week or not. It just depends. If I can get my feel for this VR and quit being on it so much and get it to where it's like old to me, then that way I won't have to worry about whether if I go live on Tuesday nights or not. See, anyhow, but that's what I was going to tell you guys, that I've just been playing it a lot, and that's why my hair looks all funky too, because that headset, the way it goes. But it is fun though. It is fun. I mean, and I've met some cool people on it too. Brooke's one of them that comes in here. But now, by no means, I don't promote my YouTube channel on that VR. The only reason that Brooke found out about it is because we had private conversations between us. And of course, she doesn't go and tell anybody else. But I mean, even if she does, that's up to her. Other than that, I don't, she's the only one. that knows, as far as at the moment. All y'all are talking to each other right now. Wait a minute. Amber says, I did the fishing game the other night and loved it after I figured out how to do it without Scott making bad comments, that is. I have did the roller coaster one, but that's all. Holy moly. Hey, right quick. Hey, Amber, there's another app too, and Pam, this is for you. But if you get motion sickness real easy, I mean, you can still download the app, but don't go to the carnival or the amusement park one or whatever. But it's called VR Chat. Now you talk about wild and crazy, because I got taught this through somebody else that I had met, in here playing or whatever. It's called VR Chat. It's all it's a whole different kind of avatar. It's hard to explain. Somehow or another, I got to figure out how I can link it to this phone and record what I'm seeing, like what Vacation Station TV did, and then try to do like a video of it, and then y'all would be able to see what I'm seeing and playing, and do that. I got to figure out how to. I mean, I know I can do it on this phone. I just got to link it up to it again, and then that way I can be able to put up videos and do that. But now I'm not going to start doing that like a lot or anything like that. I'm just going to do it on, if I see something I think's cool or whatever, and if I can get it to work, then I'll start putting videos up again as far as what's on the Oculus. Fred's laughing at Scott. Yeah, I played the mini paddle ball golf, or mini paddle ball putt or something like that. I was mentioning that the other night on a live show, and everybody thought I went crazy. They thought I'd lost my mind when I was telling them it was a paddle ball putt. But it's actually, I mean, matter of fact, I tried playing it today, but it wouldn't give me the darn paddle, and I got mad. Oh, hey, Tana, you slipped in here. And let's see, everybody's saying, hey, Lord, I'm behind. Amanda says, I'm back. I had to eat my lamb chops and clean dishes. Hey, that's fine, Amanda. That's fine. That's what I said. I've always said you can come and go as you please. But remember, nobody's LATE. That's a bad word. Tossed aside for VR. I never thought I'd see the day. Hey, Leslie, nobody's tossed aside. Making sure I didn't miss any. Because everybody's saying hey to everybody. Amber says, is that the place you went to get your leg humped? No, Amber. Gosh. Amanda says, Blackfish game. Virginia says, me either, Leslie. Amanda saying, hi, peanut butter jelly. And so that's your, hey, don't take offense to that, PB Pam. That's your nickname, I think is what Amanda's saying. She's saying, hey to you, Pam. She last live, she gave everybody nicknames. Hey, there's Gary. Hey, Gary, I was just letting everybody know, and, letting them know that I knew you was back home, and as far as I knew, you were doing good. So if you want to tell them right quick here before I end the live, because, like I say, I got to help my neighbor over here, and then plus I'm going to get back on VR. I'm ready to start going around and shooting people again on VR, not in real life. Scott says, I did, Diane. I emailed you back, and if you emailed me back, I haven't seen that one yet. Missy says, Amanda's over there eating, and Candace saying, hey. Everybody's saying hey to Gary and asking about him. Candace says, so we're losing to the shark again. No, see, Candace, I hadn't even been fishing. I hadn't been back on the fishing game ever since I got showed this other stuff. I hadn't fished in a week now. It's been a week since I fished. And Brooke hadn't been fishing much either. We've been doing other stuff. I mean, there's all kinds of fun things to do. It's crazy, I'm telling you. I can see how people can get addicted to it. And Dennis is asking Gary how he's doing. Yeah, and Amanda was early tonight. She was. I did. You can say early, just can't say the other word. Ed saying hey to Tana. Tana saying hey. Scott says no wonder Jeff is the putt king. You've been practicing. Right, well, VR's different than real life, Scott. But now, and like I said, this by no means is bragging or anything. For some reason, I have a knack at putting. And when I was a lot younger and was actually playing golf, I wasn't no good at playing golf. But when it come to putting on the putting green, anytime I'd be in tournaments with people or be on a team, that's the only reason they wanted me on the team was for the putting. And that was it. I don't know what it is. I must have a little knack for putting. That's the only way I can explain it. Everything else, though, yeah, I'm no good. If I hit a drive shot, it's this right here. Say la vie, old buddy. It just slices off to the right. And that's what I'll holler after I hit it. Say la vie, old buddy. There it goes. You know, the ball just gone in the woods. Everybody's saying hey right now. Candace says, why are we always losing to fish? Scott says, November, I told you I wasn't a real VR game, but you wouldn't stop hunting. Jeez, Scott. Fred said something fishy about it, Candace. Pam says, have you played Blasting? That's a fun shooter game and gun rush. No, I'm in the Action Land is the name of it, PB Pam. It's called Action Land. Go to that one. Go to that one, I'm telling you. And you got to start leveling up to get better, but you got to kill people to level up. It's hard. It's hard. You'll get aggravated when everybody just all of a sudden shooting you and you can't get no guns or nothing. Hey, James. Hey, buddy. Hey, thanks for coming in. Candace says, Fred and Connie and Jeff defending it. Pam says, I love Oculus. I just wish I could see it in 4K, but my eyes don't focus right. And Scott says, what happened in the big screen? What happens in the big screen stays in the big screen. Well, it just depends on what room you're going in, though, Scott. I haven't even been on big screen. Gary says, thank you, everyone, for your prayers. Had my gallbladder removed with many stones and a lot of infection, but I'm finally getting better each day. So there's the update with Gary with 2 R's. So definitely glad you're getting better, buddy. And like I said, I let people know Friday on Vacation Station TV's live show, you know, what had happened, you know, why you wasn't in there last Tuesday, as far as in my show. Thomas saying hey to Dennis. Jimmy's saying, hey, good night, Jimmy. Hey, baby, don't work too hard tomorrow. Everybody's saying prayers for Gary and good night to Jimmy. And Pam says, well, it's time for fishing, so I'll listen to all Oculus. Yeah, I'm getting ready to hop off here myself. I got to get over here so she can go to bed, my neighbor. I got to get her trash and stuff. Virginia says good night to Jimmy and asking if he's building us all an ark. And he says no. Candace says we're going to need to get Tootsie a fish t-shirt so she can get some attention. Well, if I can find her one, I'll get her one. I'll get her a fishing t-shirt. Angie saying hey to Tom. Missy's talking to Gary saying that's good news, but still have you in her prayers. And I'm caught up on the chat. So, but hey, I appreciate y'all coming in. Like I said, I wasn't planning on going live at all, but I did. I decided to since we had all this rain, and I thought, well, I can show them where the basement goes underwater every time I get heavy rain like this, and then plus relieve stress from where I get this kind of crazy junk mail. I can't think of anything else right quick, but like I say though, I appreciate all y'all coming in, and I'll more likely I'll go live again next week, and hopefully we'll be out and about instead of here in this hellhole. Hey, it's paid for. Keeps the rain off my head, snow off my head, keeps me warm, keeps me cool. So it's nothing pretty to look at, but it's all I need. It's paid for. So I'm happy. As long as I'm happy, I thought, well, as long as this one here's happy, that's all I worry about. But I appreciate all y'all coming in. Amber says Scott is the best hubby in the world. I'm so lucky to be married to such a stud muffin. Yeah, and I appreciate y'all looking forward to my shows and stuff each week. I really do. And I'm going to try to do it, especially while it's wintertime. But now, come summertime, just like last year, it's not going to be every Tuesday. So just keep that in the back of your minds, you know, because there's going to be, especially this year. This year, you're going to have a special treat this year, Lord willing. But that's for future reference or future dates. Still got a while before that happens. So anyhow, but thank y'all for coming in though. Me and Tootsie do appreciate it. And yeah, we'll probably be live again next Tuesday. If anything changes though, I'll make sure I do a video to give y'all heads up. Other than that, wait a minute, Amanda says if the phone was on it, would it ring every 15 minutes? Not that I know of, Amanda. But anyhow, good night. Love each and every one of y'all. Enjoyed it. Hope y'all did. Just sort of a crazy live tonight. Not one of my normal lives, but you know me though. I like changing stuff up every now and again. But good night, everybody. Love y'all, and we'll see you on the next go round. Tell them bye, Toots. Tell them bye. Here, I'm trying to hurry up. Tell them bye. Good night, guys.